beautiful creature. Just absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We saw him yesterday. What up, Project Newman here, and today I'm going to talk about the insecurities you may face as you begin your journey to go out there, to get your own clients, and to start your own business, to be your own boss, to make your own money, to start living the life that you really want. But you might have some doubts. You might feel like the world is looking down on you. You might feel insecure, and you might feel like you have some inferiority complexes. I want to talk about that. It's a real thing. A lot of people feel like this, but they don't want to admit it, especially guys. They have these insecurities, and they have these insecurities because they've never looked at them, they've never dealt with them, and it will hold you back. It will completely prevent you from taking action. You'll procrastinate and trick yourself into thinking that you're going to do it later. So we have to deal with these things because it will sabotage you by making you not start, and then when you do start, you'll probably give up if you don't deal with these insecurities. It'll make it feel like you're not the person who can do this, other people can do this but not you. It will tell you all these lies. It's not worth it, it's too hard, you can't change, etc., etc. And what you want to do is start making progress against them, but a lot of people don't talk about how. Well, guess what? I know how, because I grew up my entire life being shy and insecure. And it's only by some kind of will that I had that I kept on forcing myself into more and more situations that I had to face these insecurities, and I still am. It's a constant process. But the goal is worth it. You have the motivation to at least think about it. You're contemplating it. You want to do it. But what's holding you back? What really is the thing that holds you back? Because a lot of times you want to take action on these things. You don't know why you're not doing what you know you should do. You're doing the things you know you shouldn't do. Isn't that strange? In the Bhagavad Gita, they actually say, Arjuna asks Krishna is like the Jesus, right? So his servant, a very wise man, a warrior, very competent, very fierce, very intelligent, scholarly. He asks Krishna, why do people do the things that they don't want to do? What is the force that makes them do that? And what's the force that prevents us from doing what we want to do? Why is this? And Krishna talks about 3 different forces: tamas, rajas, and sattva. Okay, this is a very broad explanation of why we don't take action. You just have too much inertia, this tamas. And if you're taking action, then you might be in rajas. It might be this frenetic, uncomfortable action. It's this anxious action. It's this action that's so attached to the outcome that you're so insecure that maybe you're not going to get the sale, maybe you're not going to get the money, maybe you're not going to get the job, maybe you're just going to stumble over your words, maybe the interview is going to go bad. It's so connected to this worry. It's so connected to the outcome. You can't just relax. You don't have sattva. You don't have this relaxed reassurance. You don't have this pure, clean energy that just understands and feels very deeply that you know your business, you know what you're trying to do, you're centered in your heart, you know that you have good intentions, and you're okay with the outcome. You're reassured. You have to have that feeling of reassurance that you have what it takes, you have the skills. Eventually life is going to open up and it's going to show you something, and you're going to be able to apply yourself. Maybe not exactly how you wanted to see it right away, but what does that matter? You're able to somehow express this goodness, this motivation to help somebody, to be of service, to serve somebody like their God. How can you lose when you have that mindset? And that you know that you're going to do your best. You have integrity. You're going to do what it takes. You can't keep a man like that down. If you have these types of feelings and these types of mindsets and the internal energy of sattva, then you're going to have a different force in your presence, in your words, in your eyes. People will sense it from you. They'll sense the genuineness. They'll sense the sattva, for lack of better words, the goodness. They'll just have this trust. It emanates from your face because you're thinking healthy thoughts. You're thinking righteous thoughts. You're thinking thoughts that are practical, intelligent, sharp, and effective. You're thinking synergistically. People will be able to sense these from you. So you have to understand what goes into raising your energy to sattva so that you're not bogged down by the tamas and the rajas. So you can look at it in a lot of different ways. But everything that you do is contributing to either one of these three energies. Inertia, frenetic action that's nervous, or pure sattvic action. Everything that you do. That's why we're very integrous here with Project New Man. We talk about everything affecting everything. The type of sleep you get, the type of food that you eat, the type of physical activity that you do, the type of information that you're exposing yourself to, the entertainment that you're exposing yourself to. If you're watching pornography, if you're watching the news, if you're watching all kinds of complaining and shit talking, and monkeys throwing insults at each other, and that the world's losing its mind, and if you're just completely absorbed in that, what kind of energy is that giving you? Garbage in, garbage out. It's so straightforward and it's so simple. Instead, what could you be doing? You have to audit your life. If you don't audit your life, how are you going to change? You're a product of your environment. You're a product of what's entering into you. The food, the environment, the people, the words. Words are like atomic bombs, or they're like healing, holy words from an angel of God. The words that you're hearing, the words that you're saying, everything matters. Are you detoxing? Are you detoxing your mind? Are you detoxing your body? How do you expect to function in a very calm, peaceful, controlled, good way if you're putting all this garbage in? Have you studied how to control your emotions? Have you studied how to have good communication? Have you studied yourself just by observing, being very meditative? Have you reflected on your actions and wondered and contemplated what makes you be the way that you are and say the things that you do and feel the way that you feel? Everything impacts you. Everything impacts you. You know, I'm out here in nature, Wakiwa Springs. I'm in the mineral water, the spring water. I'm surrounded by thousands of trees. It's cleansing me. I'm exercising, I'm walking, I'm swimming. It's beautiful. It's absolutely wonderful. It just completely fills me with sattva. I'm filled with sattva. I feel great. I feel great. Because I'm not scrolling TikTok. I'm not listening to the news. I'm building what I believe in. I'm doing what I believe in. I took control over my life. I have my savings. I know what I want. I have my life purpose. I have my friends I resonate with, and I don't sell out. I don't say what they want me to say. I say what I know is true. I don't hang out with people I don't want to hang out with, even if it's my family. I have healthy boundaries. I know how to synergize, but I also am a good judge of character. And I won't be around toxicity and needless drama because I'm not invincible. I can transmute everything for my good, but only to a certain extent. You have to know your limits. And so as you set out on these new ambitions, I want you to start being conscious and start cultivating sattva from the very beginning. You start with the most gross and the most obvious, the least subtle forms. Start cultivating sattvic food. Sattvic food is fresh, juicy, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, organic food, only the healthiest dairy. Boil your milk. Only the most healthy of the healthy. Start eating right. Start sleeping properly. I have videos on all of these things. Start detoxing your body. Simple things. Start getting out into nature. Exposure to the 5 elements. Start taking spirulina chlorella. Detox the pesticides out of you. Detox the heavy metals. Start having cilantro with spirulina chlorella. Detox you completely. Start having amla, triphala in the morning. Turmeric and neem in the morning. Start taking your adaptogenic herbs in the morning. Start doing lemon and cayenne pepper and water in the morning. Drink all kinds of water throughout the day. Purified water with minerals added back into it. Eat plenty of magnesium. Pumpkin seeds. Magnesium supplements. Get all this thing into your life. It's so easy. It's so easy and straightforward. Start exercising. Just walking in nature. Start sleeping better. Stop watching the garbage. And you will start to cultivate more belief. And you know what? You can even do exercises to cultivate belief in yourself. Wake up in the morning, immediately put on affirmations. I have a playlist of affirmations. Look up affirmations. You can read the book, What to Say When You Speak to Yourself, When You Talk to Yourself by Chad Helmstetter. He has affirmations on YouTube. Listen to those for 10 minutes in the morning. Cultivate confidence. Napoleon Hill talks about this. Auto-suggestion, affirmations. Read a self-confidence formula every single morning. Just Google Napoleon Hill self-confidence formula. Read that in the morning, read that before bed. That's his prescription. Start building self-confidence. Say it with feeling. Say it like you mean it. Read Think and Grow Rich and the Law of Success by Napoleon Hill. Start cultivating a pleasing personality. Understand the basics of how to get along with people. Understand first how to be agreeable in business. Then understand how to make your boundaries and how to be a badass and how to stand your ground. How to win friends and influence people. Basics of understanding people and negotiation. Basics. The very basics. This is all elementary fundamental stuff that we have to practice and practice and practice and practice. I'm constantly every year listening to Think and Grow Rich, Psycho-Cybernetics, doing your visualizations. Napoleon Hill talks about changing your subconscious mind with visualizations, the theater of the mind, and auto-suggestion. So this is all just a fancy way of saying changing your mind using affirmations and visualization. You have to watch my videos on affirmations and visualization. Extremely powerful. I don't care if you've heard about it time and time and time again. If you're not doing it, doesn't mean crap. You ain't crap if you haven't done it. You ain't crap if you haven't practiced it for 5 years. You're not too good for this. You're not beyond this. Napoleon Hill was doing this his whole career. For 3 hours a day. Don't be cocky. Don't think that you're beyond this. These things are incredibly powerful. These visualizations. Everything starts in the mind. Everything that man has created starts in the mind. You have to be able to tap into this powerfully. You have to put yourself in a trance. You have to be able to mold your own mind and your self-image. Read Psycho-Cybernetics, Dr. Maxwell Maltz. It's all the stuff that I'm saying, but there's a science behind it. You have to build conviction. You have to build conviction, belief, action, conviction, belief, action, habit, until you're unstoppable, until you are grounded, until you're like iron, you're like Wolverine, made of titanium, you're the man of steel, nothing can shake you. Until then, you're just messing around. Don't mess around. You can do this, but you have to put in the reps. You have to put in the work to do these basic things. Now, trauma release is a whole nother thing. We're going to talk about that in another video. That's a little bit more advanced. But for now, you can just start taking little bits of action. Get your morning routine on point. If your morning routine is on point, be consistent with that, expand it out over the next few days and weeks. Start doing all the research that you can. Start taking action in little ways throughout your day. It doesn't have to be the big thing. Oh, I'm going to go get the job. Well, what about just talking to somebody in the grocery store? What about volunteering and being a little bit more open and out there? Start building your confidence. Start building your sattva by contributing, by looking for ways to be good, by laughing, by making little comments, by being kind, by standing up for yourself, by standing up for your beliefs and not just staying quiet and meek and calm when you're challenged. Start pushing the envelope a little bit. Start shaking yourself up a little bit. And you'll find that you start gaining confidence. You start gaining this conviction. Meditate. Really think and journal about, what am I here for? How can I be better? What deep down in my heart do I feel like I resonate with? What's my definite chief aim? Napoleon Hill talks about definite chief aim. If you don't have a life purpose or a definite chief aim that's definable, tangible, you can write it out and say, this is what I want to accomplish by this specific date, this amount of money, with these people. You don't have a definite chief aim, okay? Define it. Look at it day and night. Go towards it. Be direct. Don't be soft. Don't be loosey-goosey. Don't give yourself the ability to just slack off and not have definitions, so that if you fail, well, I never had definitions, so I don't know if I failed. No, screw that. Write it down. Know if you've accomplished it or not. Put it in your mind. Meditate on it. Think about it. You'll get specialized information. Your mind will gravitate towards these things. You're going to get insights, understandings, details, who to talk to, what to learn. step by step, you'll start walking this path towards success. Success, success, success. Great success. And believe me, these fundamentals are so good. And that's why I wanted to open up today. Your first steps to success in building your own job is to understand these basic things. Get centered on them, think about them, honor them. This matters. And it's fun. It's really great. Another great book, Miracle Morning, Hal Elrod. He talks about pretty much all the things that we just talked about. So you have some reading to do. There are audiobooks on YouTube for free. There's no excuse listening to it while you drive, etc., etc. This is amazing. There's never been a time in human history where success and the success principles have been so up for grabs. Up for grabs. It's like jackpot. 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 And you can just go catch that football and have a jackpot. It's called reading the books and being able to go out and be empowered. And it's the easiest time for information and success. Great success. It's also available. Something reads it to you. You don't even have to read it. It's amazing. It's in your pocket. You can do this, okay? Success is right here. It's at hand. You already can do it. It's right here. It's so tangible. It's just conforming this, okay? It's just transforming this. You can have the $100,000 a year job. You can have the $200,000 a year job. You can be making $150 to $250 per hour doing simple things in the fitness industry. Just target the right people and know what you're doing. That's what I've been doing 12 years. If I can do it, you can do it. This is not some fancy scam. This is the real deal. I've done it. I've seen people do it. It's easier than ever. So that's the video. Like and subscribe. Keep tuned in. Keep on getting this kind of information. And I will see you in the next video. Love you very much. Project New Man.